One reason that people are so upset right now with the way things are going in general with the economy.
Answer that question. One reason why people are so upset in general with the way things are going with the economy is...
What do you mean? One reason why people are so upset? Because they're full of crap.
Who?
The people telling you what the inflation numbers are? I don't know who those people are.
That's a good reason.
Is because we've all been sold a lie.
Technically, you're right. Technically, it's true. We've been sold a lie.
Stripey.
When it comes to inflation. Mm-hmm. What they tell us isn't true.
Not at all. Which
is insult. It adds insult to injury from the perspective of people being broke.
Yeah.
SquirrelTribe.
Make it quick. I ain't got a lot of battery left. So we got this poppy from Whole Foods. What's the rundown?
It's the cherry limeade flavor, but this is like what's supposed to take over for sodas, pops, whatever you want to call it, because it doesn't have all the chemicals and the sugars in it. This thing has like 5 grams of natural sugar.
Cherry limeade?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that one's good. I'm gonna fix the blinds.
Unless you want.
It'll be stripey.
Stripey.
Yeah, that one's really good. And it's got apple cider vinegar in it, which is good for you. That one might be better than watermelon.
Watermelon's better.
Watermelon's still the best. Root beer is trash.
Watermelon's better. I remember
Root beer one was trash.
there was a video about apple vinegar. Apple cider vinegar. It was your video, right?
It was.
Yeah.
But he is. One reason that people are so upset right now with the way things are going in general with the economy.
He's not entirely
Wrong.
It's not bad advice.
Mm-mm.
Got me a nice little chill spot out here. Record this video. Sip my poppy. Record this video. Michelle's actually working on hers before we get out of here. She's got a few that she wants to get done. I got another one that I'm working on that I'm not going to be able to upload to YouTube because YouTube has a policy and it includes some rather graphic content of a fatal shootout. So that's coming up, but the uncensored version will be on Patreon. So come on over, check us out. Yeah, so that video had to go on Patreon. YouTube's not gonna let me show that. Otherwise I'll delete my channel. But it's important. It's important in the video that we have put together in the conversation. So come on over, check us out. There's a link down below in the description.
But let's get right into it. Your banking rights are getting completely destroyed. And one thing that's happening.
Yeah, so I'm actually gonna, this is Dan, I Allegedly. I don't know if you guys watch Dan, I Allegedly, but he shared on his video something really interesting. And it wasn't just about the banks collapsing, but a sat phone. Like, you ever thought about getting a satellite phone in case we find ourselves in a situation where we lose all communication? Kind of like when AT&T and Verizon and T-Mobile went down, or yeah, like the possibility and the risk seems to be increasing rapidly. But more importantly, he mentioned how these banks are going cashless, and they're going cashless in just a few days.
Okay, is going to eliminate all cash as of November 1st. Basically, they're getting rid of everything that's not digital. Basically, they're getting rid of everything that's not digital.
Your banking rights are being destroyed. Now, granted, we do have a little bit of time to get ready for this, as November is, you know, a few months away. And actually, November is a big highlight of 2024, or at least it will be.
Digital banking, and that's it. Now, you can sit there and go, oh, this is where the world's going. No, this is catastrophic, guys. Okay, it's absolutely catastrophic.
And it's pretty interesting because I guess the question is, should we be more concerned about the protection and safety of our money in the banks, or is that less of a concern, and should we be more worried about the fact that so many people, literally almost everybody, is broke and at this point in time is struggling to get a job? People are not hiring, they're not getting jobs, and getting so bad to the point of which people are even asking friends to pay them back for small loans that they've made to them here recently. I'm gonna share that with you in just a second.
When I was growing up, I remember still hearing my parents and my grandparents say, well, you just gotta work hard, Michael, and that'll solve all your problems. Well, for a long time, that didn't seem to be true.
He's not entirely
Wrong.
It's not bad advice. You gotta think, if you have two people and one works really hard and the other one doesn't, odds are the one who worked really hard will probably be more successful.
Odds are. Not always the case.
No guarantee.
No guarantee.
But would you encourage the younger generation, would you ever encourage anyone to not work hard?
No, never.
So, it's not terrible advice.
No. Well, especially back in the day. Well, back in the day, like when his parents and grandparents were telling him, that was the case. The harder you work, the better off you were. Whether it was, working around your home. Oh, that got really bright. Working around your home, with your own gardens and animals and things like that, you'll have to close those at the bottom. That did not help any, but it's fine. It's still super stripy. You gotta go the other direction. All the way up. It's so bright.
I guess it's kind of funny because back in the day,
you're good.
People had slaves to do all the hard work.
Well, not everybody. Up north, probably not so much.
Still got this weird line. Either way.
Oh, because you're in the middle of the little dots. So scoot one direction or the other. Either get real close to me or try to stay right in the middle.
Yeah, stay right here. Will this bother people if it's off a little bit and it's OCD?
It's ignorant looking.
Ignorant looking. Let's go to TikTok. We got some TikToks we need to review here.
I try never to go to TikTok, but let's do it.
Yeah, there's a reason for it. And I'll go into greater detail on Patreon. So this guy right here, he's got something interesting to say.
Job search secret. Nobody is hiring right now, and almost nobody is doing.
He says, job search secret. No one is hiring right now. What do you think about that?
I think that's incorrect. We talked about this earlier. I think that's incorrect. I think plenty of places are hiring, but I think a lot of people don't want the jobs that are being offered.
If any of you know anywhere that's hiring, leave a comment. It's actually, there was a YouTube channel, there might have been a couple that I saw here recently, that all they do is share jobs that are hiring. And mostly of these jobs are work from home.
Is there anyone that's been struggling to find a job within this job market? I know that it's rough and it's bad right now.
Is she genuinely asking this question to get an answer and a response? Or is this like a common courtesy of, hey, how's your day going? But you don't really care what the answer is.
No, it's just about being cute and going viral on TikTok. Asking the question that she knows will get looked at. What? I'm just saying.
This one's titled,
Let Me Get My Bag.
It's like a genuine concern. I've been applying to like minimum 20 jobs a day, and I've not heard back. I've had
You got way too much bronzer on her nose.
Call back. I've actually had one interview, which I've been surprised about. And granted, I feel like now is like when people will start replying because it was just the holidays, but like rent's being increased, groceries are growing up, gas is up, like just give me a fucking job. That's the thing. I am someone who actually enjoys to work.
enjoys to work.
That
Might
weird.
be
That
why
was
you're
weird.
not
Did you
getting
see her
eyes. Yeah, the robot in her. But that may be why you're not being hired.
Why?
Enjoys to work.
Man, rough times. Rough times. More proof of the apparently everybody's broke epidemic, part 2. You know, some people say that maybe it's not that they're not hiring, but maybe they're just not hiring you. 20 applications a day. Yeah, you know, this is actually a struggle, and this is a growing trend.
There are applications where you have to write things out, and there are certain jobs where if you are not grammatically correct and you can't spell correctly or speak correctly in an interview, they don't want to hire you because you're the face of their business.
I work good. I do good work. I guess that's
That one's
grammatically
grammatically correct.
It's actually pretty interesting because somebody told me yesterday that they picked up a job.
I done picked it up.
But it wasn't that no one's hiring. But I will say that the job that they got was relationship based. They knew somebody that knew somebody, and it was kind of like the two we met last night at the fire pit. Mm-hmm. And they knew someone. They lived in Chicago. Mm-hmm. They knew someone who moved to Santa Rosa. Mm-hmm. They said, you should come down and check us, check out this company. Mm-hmm. They show up just to kind of like, feel them out or whatever. And they're offered jobs. Mm-hmm. like as if it wasn't even an interview. It was, you're here. Mm-hmm. Here's your package. Yeah. Do you accept?
Well, that doesn't change that. So I'm like double-edged on the hiring. I think some places say they are just to say they are, so it looks good, and then they can use that as an excuse on why they're slow or why they're whatever. Well, we're trying to hire, but nobody's actually coming in, but they're not actually hiring. Then on the other side, there are places that are hiring, but people feel they are too good for the job, so they don't want to take it, even though a paycheck is still a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? But I think no matter how you get the job, if it's because you know somebody who tells you about a job, or you know somebody who's willing to hire you, or you went and applied at some place on your own, being able to get a job is still a plus.
Especially if you need one. Mm-hmm. Especially if you got bills to pay.
Yeah.
I have literally applied to over 100 jobs.
She's applied to over 100 jobs.
Did she apply to 100 jobs that were suitable for her knowledge or her skills, or did she apply to be a CEO of something and she's never even had the entry spot?
I don't think you can apply to be CEO. I don't know if that's a thing.
I might try it one day and see what happens. Just to say I applied to be CEO. What are you applying for? We have this position, CEO.
I'd be willing to bet if she went to Buc-ee's and applied, she'd be hired.
Or Quick Trip.
Buc-ee's always has signs outside that tells you how much they pay. Everybody almost gets paid the same.
Really well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everybody can do everybody's job. Like, her eyes are weird on TV. You missed her.
Yeah, that guy who was complaining about getting paid $12 work at TJ Maxx, just go to Buc-ee's.
Well, he said $12.50, and then I did the math, and that's before taxes, $2,000 a month if you're working 40 hours a week, which is almost impossible these days to pay anything if you have your own place and a car and insurance and bills at all, which is why there's so many people that are, 6 people to a 2-bedroom apartment bunk bedding like they're in their teen years and they're really in their 40s, because paying for things is crazy lately. But either way, a $12.50 job is better than a handout from the government.
Now, this reminded me of a comment that came through, and this one here. I started my job 5 years ago, $18 an hour, now $21.50. And just found out the new truck drivers that are coming on are making the same pay as I'm making now.
So I have a personal experience with that, where I had the longevity and the knowledge and the whatever else, but somebody else came in, and just because they had a piece of paper that said they spent 4 years in a college, they were going to get paid the same as me, even though I was above them. Lost my shit and got that fixed real quick.
Now, I do have some more comments that I want to go over and run through with you guys. So, yeah, let's do that right now. Transition. Let's read some of the comments. Some of the comments you guys left on the videos this morning, earlier today, assuming I upload this later today, tonight. I'll try. We are about to head out and go watch a movie. We got free tickets. AMC comped us because there were some problems. So they gave us some free tickets. And I think we're going to go see Godzilla. So just going to run through these comments here. Maria, she says that SquirrelTribe, Kevin, Kim Iverson, Russell Brand redacted, the Hills Rising, and Stephen Gardner are my go-to sources. I guess that was in response to who do you go to for news? Who can you trust? And Krav Mike, Krav Mike 08 looks like a new name. Just the facts, please. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one and they all stink. Stick to the facts. More than likely referring to the opinions of those shared in the clips on that video. We can't believe what just happened. This is not reality. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. Krav Mike 08 even added he watches Redacted. Redacted is, Clayton Morris and Natasha, and Natalie, his wife. And they got a whole team, they got a whole crew pumping out news on a regular basis, video on demand, live streams, and even his second channel, Morris Invests, and his third channel, which I don't know if you guys know about his third channel. If anybody knows about Clayton Morris's third channel, drop it in the comments. I'm curious if anybody knows some of his hobbies and interests that don't necessarily go hand in hand with news and investing in real estate and property and things like that. So this comment here is from Michelle Allport in response to the video, Apparently Everyone's Broke, the glamorous lifestyle of poverty begins. And it almost sounds like a Cash Jordan video. It begins, ... Why? And her comment says that, no way. If you can work. Glamorous? ? I'm very sick, on disability. I would love to be healthy and working. And she says 5 feet of intestine left, get nutrition through a permanent IV, have a colostomy, can't drive, and am homebound. If it wasn't for family, I wouldn't be here. I hate being lumped in the group of people that could or should be working. There's a lot of people collecting benefits that should be investigated. Now, this is entirely, absolutely true. And, things slip through the cracks. And our government and its workforce and processes and protocols, things slip through the cracks. Unfortunately, we got to think about it from the perspective of there are some people receiving benefits that probably shouldn't, while also realizing the truth, and the truth being that there's probably some people out there who should be receiving benefits who've been denied and aren't and are struggling. Sad and unfortunate truth. This is the world we live in. This is, and this is America. I don't know how they do it in other countries. This is America. I mean, we are a worldwide superpower. So I would imagine that some other countries that don't quite have the same branches of government that we have and are quite possibly far less sophisticated, not quite third world, but, this is as good as it gets in some instances, in some cases. What do you guys think? Robbie Ross. The greatest ticket to poverty is a single mother attempting to raise a child or children. Keep your legs closed and your life will be much better. It's funny because it's almost like that's what they want. It's almost like that's what they want, is some way to control the population, or at least the growth of the population. So keeping your legs closed and, not producing offspring would quite possibly lend to them achieving that goal. It's part of this planned reset, in essence. Now, hear me out, because the comment that in response to that says rude with exclamation points to follow. I just want to make sure I'm clear and you guys are listening to what I'm saying here, because it says, Robbie Ross says, the greatest ticket to poverty is a single mother attempting to raise a child or children. Now, granted, I do believe that there are probably, in some cases, women who specifically choose to be single mothers, and they'll have a surrogate, or they'll adopt, or whatever it may be, and they are in, great financial positions to be able to live that life, sans a partner, without husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, whomever, whatever pronoun you choose to go with. Now you can choose your pronoun, can be a season. So yeah, call me autumn. But either way, sometimes being a single mother isn't by choice. And it could have, this family could have been started from a loving and a strong relationship, but unfortunately through circumstances beyond some people's control, the other half passes on. And so I don't know if I would necessarily lump single mothers all into the same category as assuming that they became single mothers by just spreading their legs. And granted, maybe this is in response to specifically the clip that was shared in that video of the mother with 7 children, bragging about it, essentially, to get her EBT. So if you haven't seen the video, go check it out. It'll probably make the comments make a little bit more sense. And leave your comments, and we can talk about them on future videos. Sharing the journey, Alec, he shares, or Alec, I knew we can't really trust any news source. Any news source? Love him or hate him, Alex Jones was right. And hope you guys are well. I'm missing Florida. And that's from Tanker Yankee, or Tanker Yanker No More. Tanker Yanker No More. Okay, cool. Yeah, honestly, today is a great day. Sun's shining, got a little bit of a breeze. Sorry I don't have my wind diffuser on. And it's good weather, no complaints here, none whatsoever. This seems to be the way. Entertainment, rich get richer, poor get recycled. It's about a slave class, only really allowed to know and see so much at once. I got my thoughts, I got my opinions on that. Many other videos on the channel where I've discussed this in great detail, and I think that for the most part, people tend to see exactly what they want. And we're back. I actually recorded this earlier, but now that Michelle's with me, I want her to give her take on this. I want you to read this comment and just tell me what you think.
The greatest ticket to poverty is a single mother attempting to raise a child or children. Keep your legs closed and your life will be much better. I'm pretty sure yours will be better if you keep your mouth closed and your fingers away from a keyboard, you fucking moron. But I mean that nicely. With all due respect. With all due respect, kick rocks or a boulder, shoeless.
All right, let's go back to TikTok. This is a good one.
Oh God, I'm already over it.
I'm so broke.
Your nails say that you have money.
What am I doing with my life?
It's so fake.
And I just paid for more gas.
You think this is fake?
Oh, 1,000% fake. With her little friend in the passenger seat laughing with her. Ma'am.
Her title says, I'm just trying to live my dream.
No, her title says, I'm just trying to. TRYNA. And again, why you can't get a job. It says hashtag comedy.
$10. That's a lot of money.
It says hashtag relatable.
I mean, it might be relatable, but she's doing it as a comedic skit. She's faking a mental breakdown over something that a lot of people are having actual mental breakdowns over.
I literally just checked my bank account. I am so broke. And I don't know what I'm doing with my life. And I just paid for more gas. Only $10. That's a lot of money.
So I think this one is actually pretty interesting from the standpoint and perspective of how so many people are taking to social media, primarily, specifically TikTok, to express their frustrations and literally cry their eyes out in the grim realization that they are broke. And not to make fun of the situation unless it was intended to be comical and, you know, anecdotal for entertainment purposes only, but $10 in gas, and that's the straw that breaks the camel's back. So I guess the question is, how many of you guys would feel the squeeze, feel the pinch, trying to put $10 of gas in your gas tank? Does this make you then want to reconsider, maybe even consider ditching your vehicle altogether? No longer have a car payment, no longer have an insurance payment, no longer need to buy gas, which gas is going up. Gas is expensive. We went to Orlando the other day and gas is like almost $5 a gallon. Unbelievable.
I mean, it might be relatable, but she's doing it as a comedic skit. She's faking a mental breakdown over something that a lot of people are having actual mental breakdowns over.
You think Trump's having a mental breakdown?
No. Eyelash? Didn't even let me make a wish.
You think Trump's having a mental breakdown? He just got hit with the possibility of a $100+ million penalty for this IRS tax audit in association with Chicago. Is it Chicago Tower?
Remind me in 5 minutes to go turn off that oven. Double dip tax breaks.
Double dip tax breaks. Audit shows.
That looks like Chicago from the picture, but I don't know exactly where.
Well, that would be the Trump Tower in Chicago, across from where we stayed.
That's what I thought it was.
So, I mean, I don't want to get political on this video, but it seems like they're trying to break this dude.
But it seems like he keeps bouncing back.
Like they're shoving it in hard and fast and deep, breaking that joker off sideways, and hitting them from all angles, you know? Every orifice. New York, Georgia.
Those are orifices?
DC.
I call this one my New York and that one my Chicago. Is that what we're doing?
Well, think about it. New York, DC, Georgia, Florida. It's like a straight line. So
there's only, I mean, your eyeballs don't count, so and neither does your nose. So technically, you'd have to scoop around the back. Where's the underbelly of?
Oh Lord! But yeah, she's struggling here. She had to put $10 of gas in her gas tank. It's a lot of money.
I literally just chugged my...
I couldn't. I'd be like, get out of my car. Just go away.
This is a good one. This is a good one right here.
No.
I'm a broke bitch, and I can't go far, cause you know I can't afford it anyway. Can't rely on my own damn money. I'm so broke that it's not fun.
Got a good voice. But like I was holding his like
what kind of mug
China
is this?
porcelain,
what kind
whatever.
of mug is this?
But it looks like the design that was on your grandmother's plates from like way back in the day that they got from like Japan because a lot of people were in the army or the Air Force or something.
There's way too much beverage in this mug.
Is it to the top or is that the lid?
It don't matter. This mug can hold whether it be coffee, tea, hot chocolate,
vodka.
If you drink vodka out of a porcelain mug, like
you may need to seek an AA.
I find it kind of weird.
Well, that's the whole point. He's got his Stevie Wonder shades on, his blue quilted northern-looking jacket pullover. It's a pullover with the collar popped.
Quilted northern?
It looks like a quilted northern toilet paper, and then he's got his grandma's china as a cup. He's doing a lot on purpose.
He can sing, though.
Yeah, but he can sing.
He can sing.
Boy, he got some pipes.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this dude right here, he shouldn't be broke for long with a voice like that. I just don't know. Is TikTok a platform or a social media platform where you can really make it? Can you get discovered? Can you turn a profit? Can you earn a living as a musician, as an artist? Or do you need something else? Do you need a gimmick? I just don't know. It's like, has the job market, has the economy changed so drastically, so much that just raw talent almost falls into this category of extreme normalcy that just, it's cool, it's great, but it won't get you very far. What do you guys think? I already did that one. I don't want to do that one again.
How
I'm over here upset because I'm a broke ass college student.
I'm over here upset because I'm a broke ass college student. Ma'am.
But wait, there's more.
You know somebody is broke as fuck when they get mad at you for asking them to pay.
You know how broke, this dude is put the emphasis on the cock.
You know somebody is broke as fuck when they get mad at you for asking them to pay you back.
If I ask you to pay me back and you get mad, wow, you might be piss poor. I don't know, because there's no way you got mad over $20. I just asked you to pay me back. At this point, it's some people that I don't even ask for money back, or I don't even pay for shit no more, because I know that you just don't have it. You don't, and it's okay not to have it, but don't say you have it and then get me to pay for something and say you pay me back and then act like you don't have it, then get mad. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you're weird.
Now, he's right. I almost agree with him completely. Now, the thing that I will say is that 2024, the way things are going, I'd be hard pressed to loan anybody any money. Now, that doesn't mean I won't give them money. I just wouldn't expect it to be repaid. And if they depend, and it depends on the circumstance and how they ask, quite possibly to borrow. But I'd say, like, if we're out to eat or we're doing something or whatever it may be, and it's a situation of you don't have your card or you don't have any cash or whatever it is, well, then we could settle up right then and there on Cash App, on Venmo, on Zelle. And, we can get that handled. You can actually send me the money before I even pay, so we don't have to be in this awkward situation of not being able to repay your debt, especially if it's only 20 bucks. Now, I'm just saying, like, I say only $20. I know $20 is a lot of money to some people, and $20 is a little bit of money to some people. Some people say they wipe their ass for 20 bucks. But considering the high levels of debt that face millions of Americans, consumers today, then, I would say $20 is a drop in the bucket when people are paying $1,600 a month on car payments. If that makes sense. While at the same time, spending $9 for avocado toast and pumpkin spice lattes to pour into their $100 Stanley Cup.
I'm over here upset because I'm a broke ass college student. I can't even afford tampons. I've had to go ask girls all day, do you got a tampon? I could really use one. Like, shit. $20 for a box of tampons just isn't in the budget right now.
This is our future generation.
I was about to say, it's not our generation.
People can say that I'm moody on my period all that they want. Yes, I am. I'll own up to it. I am bleeding.
You clearly get your hair highlighted. Your teeth are white as hell. There are places you can make changes. I think
read the title of her
these
video.
tampons because they're the
really
best.
exposing
but they
myself
just so
here.
happen to be really expensive.
At Playtex tampons, you should really help me out.
That's like
she's
deciding-
trying to get their
Am I
attention.
gonna get a box of tampons or like
Okay.
That's what it's about. So
because I can't
you gotta
get
bitch and
both.
moan, but
That's
make sure you
like
tag
really
the right people who
expensive.
can
I'm not gonna get a
help
box
you
of
out.
tampons until
I feel like this is almost
because I'm hoping that girls will
degrading to those who really need the
But,
help.
like,
Oh yes,
I don't know.
100%.
People who are literally like,
You're in college and
yeah, life is great, but I'm gonna sit here and pretend to,
your teeth are perfect. Your hair is amazing.
Put to use all the acting classes and drama courses that I've taken to see if I can convince social media to believe this sob story to help me out. Damn cat came out of nowhere. Now, I believe that there is some truth to this, but I can only go so far as to assume because I don't use tampons. And God willing, I'll never ever say that I need to. Crazy times, right? But my question is, I guess, should she make some sort of sacrifice and compromise? I mean, she says they're the best, but they're also expensive. So should she get a cheaper brand? Or maybe she should go check out SquirrelTribe 2.0 and check out her video where she shows you how the reusable feminine hygiene products. How many of you guys seen that video? Go check it out. I'll put a link down below in the description.
Man, go get a Diva cup and shut up.
It's like
One-time
People can
price.
say that I'm moody on my period. All that they want. Yes, I am. I'll own up to it. I am bleeding. I am cramping, and I am spending $20 on a box of fucking tampons. What the fuck? I will always spend my money on these tampons because they're the best. But they just so happen to be really expensive, and it sucks. Like, that's like deciding, am I gonna get a box of tampons or am I gonna eat tonight?
But ironically, she goes, you know, maybe it's tampons or dinner or food. Am I gonna eat tonight? And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I can't believe it. She's actually right. I don't even know if I would consider this a real meal, but Chipotle is now charging $22 for a burrito. Can you believe that? $22. And I think this might be in California, or maybe it's nationwide, but I can tell you right now, if it's California, everything is going up because they raised the minimum wage for a lot of these fast food restaurant workers, and the menu prices are going up just as high. Actually, you would think they would be one-to-one and they'd be linear, but that graph is gonna look more parabolic. And yeah, get ready folks, brace yourself, bend over. They're coming at you hard and fast, and no lube either.
Because I can't get both. That's like really expensive. I'm not going to get a box of tampons until like it's absolutely necessary. Because I'm hoping that girls will just give me tampons still. But like, I don't know if that's going to work as well tomorrow. So I might just have to go spend $20.
If I had to hang out with this girl, I would let you put a pillow over my face.
I'm over here.
I gotta go turn off the oven real fast.
It was hard enough for me to watch to even save it to review with you.
Don't do it again. You know I have less, what's the word? Less...
Fucks to give?
Yes, accurate. What did the kid do with my oven mitt? Donde está my oven mitt? La niña. Little niña. Who? Well, I can't get the stuff out the oven without it. But it's not in the drawer where it belongs. Oh wait, yes it is. It just got pushed all the way to the back. Please hold. Let it go. Ta-da!
I think I'm gonna make coffee.
You think what?
Make coffee.
I had tea, so I'm good. And then we leave in 45 minutes. You ever stand up too fast and like pull something in your uterus?
I had a shower, so that.
But say the answer is no, you cannot because you don't have one because you're a man.
Not yet.
They'll figure out how to make it happen, and then
These advancements and
that's the protest and the boycott.
modern
I'll show up to.
science. You made 2 chicken titties.
I made 2 chicken titties, 2 Brussels. Brussels. Yeah, all these people on TikTok, oh my God, woe is me, I can't afford a tampon. Yes, you can. But the reason you're making this video is because you wanted to tag them in hopes of getting stuff sent to you for free so that you can then make TikToks about it.
So on our last video, we mentioned how TikTok could potentially be the source for true news. Honest, truth-telling news.
It could be.
Not, you know, the pushed agenda and propaganda by mainstream and legacy media. So I guess the question is, like, how do you know what on TikTok is real or sponsored or fake or parody or comedy or satire or...
Well, 2 of these hashtag comedy, so they gave you a little bit of a heads up.
All right, well, let's just say like Patrick made a video about his life and he hashtag comedy because he's laughing through the pain. Does that make it less true?
Okay, good point. So no.
So how do you know?
I think you have to use your own discernment. I think that's the right word. Discernment, and go with your gut instinct, which is a really dumb thing to have to say when it comes to figuring out if people are being truthful or not. You know what I mean? Like strangers you've never met.
What if people lack the ability to have that gut instinct and be able to read the body language and the smiles and the smirks and the laughter and the...
That is the problem.
And the inflections on, is it, you know, I'm broke, or actually it's, everybody's broke?
So that's the thing. For people who are deaf and are having to read, they can't get those inflections. For people who only listen but not watch because they're blind, they don't get to see the visual cues that go along that could give you the ability to know if it's real or fake.
But what if some of these people are that good?
I mean, I'm sure there are.
Like literally, for instance, let's just say no one's hiring, they can't get a job.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that they were quite possibly potentially cast members for Darman.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get a better gig. They're trained actors and actresses.
Yeah.
So they take to social media. How would the average person be able to tell?
Most people can't, and that's the problem, I think. At least that's how I feel. I feel like most people can't. That's why news anchors, they have to talk in a certain way. Like Spock, I don't know what I just did there, but Captain Kirk, you know how there's certain inflections that if you're a news anchor, you can tell who's a news anchor or not because of the way they speak. See how this
That Joker's hot.
Yeah, it is.
I don't have a giant mug like that one dude, but mine's just normal size.
I think it's interesting using the Seattle one.
It only holds 12 ounces. Why Seattle?
It's the only good thing that came out of Seattle was the Starbucks cup from the original Starbucks.
And
from when we went.
And the Meg Ryan movie.
Sleepless in Seattle. That's the Tom.
Oh, I thought that was movie. That's what it was, right?
Yeah, yeah. They're in that, and then they're in You've Got Mail.
I don't think it's a good movie.
Sleepless in Seattle.
I know it was in Seattle, but I don't think it's a good movie.
You know what's even better? When Harry Met Sally.
What was that show y'all talking about last night? Y'all got all excited over
Supernatural
at the fire pit. You're like, I remember your
One
name.
Tree Hill.
It's been a long time since we come out here.
Oh, well, it wasn't working for a long time either.
I know, but we're here now.
I'm glad it's under 80 degrees right now, so this isn't like sweat inducing. Because her name was Peyton, and Peyton is in One Tree Hill. Hillary Burton. No, I don't know, but she married Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who is Negan on Walking Dead. Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Negan, hot. Jeffrey Dean Morgan as the dad on Supernatural, super dweeb. It's really weird. The older men get, like, the hotter they get. Like, you were hot at 16, but you like...
The odds are in my favor.
Super hot now.
All right, so here's one more.
Okay.
This one's actually kind of funny.
Today, you have $244.27 worth of debt. Well, you thought you was good.
Yeah, you thought she was good.
Oh, and there's the song in the background.
He's making an ice sandwich with Lowry's.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay, I'm about to say with both ends of bread. But
No, just one butt of bread.
The butt end of bread.
I can't do it. My mom likes those.
I don't even think I've ever tried. You know what the worst was? When that was the last piece of bread, and my mom, she used to make toast and jelly. Mm-hmm. Toast, she toasted, she put a little bit of butter and jelly on it. Mm-hmm. And if that was the piece, it would ruin it. It would ruin it.
You did strawberry jelly. You should have done grape.
No, it was great.
But you like strawberry jelly.
My mom was making it. I was a kid.
So your mom had the correct taste buds.
We ain't have strawberry back then. There wasn't an option.
There was no such thing as strawberry. I saw a thing today, post somewhere, and the person was like, why am I getting so much hate for this? They took the peanut butter and the jelly and put it in a bowl and mixed it up and then put it together on the bread. And I was like, what kind of savage are you? And then somebody else was like, no, I do that when I make fried peanut butter and jelly. And I was like, but also, that actually didn't sound bad, but what the crap? It would never occur to me to mix it up.
This might burn my face off.
Yep, you can't even put your lip on the cup. That's always the tester. You get right there, you're like, nope, no, it's gonna happen.